everybody. Welcome back to My Wife Explains, the girl world to me and Dane. I'm Ken. This is Mary. That's Dane. And this is Foodie Beauty. She's back there.
Foodie Beauty.
Eating the food and being beautiful.
I think I missed my calling, man. I think I feel like I should have. That should have been me.
It should have been you. I've seen a lot of comments been talking about how Mary's like the from Powerpuff Girls. She just kind of stands to the side, and then people are like, "Why don't you just show her face, Ken?" Like this is choice. Like we are aware of the layout of the video that we're making. It's chill out. Okay, we got it. All right. Okay.
Foodie Beauty's beginning. Chantel's YouTube journey began in 2014, but there are no videos available now from any time prior to 2017. She started out doing makeup tutorials and beauty hauls, but quickly moved into the mukbang world. She would tell wild stories whilst eating, stories about her life,
her sex life,
stories about her sex life, her drug use, and a lot of poop stories. It is possible she has a humiliation fetish or that she is being paid by others to oblige their fetishes, as she regularly farts, sharts, burps, and in other ways demeans herself in videos and live streams. It is also possible that this is simply how she is, and that genuine, unfiltered behavior is what garnered her viewership to begin with. Any comments about that point?
Wow. Oh, yeah, I got tons of questions already, but I'm sure that you're gonna explain them all as we go, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
So she's just sitting there like eating and farting and sharting like
at the
while
same
she's
time.
doing it.
Yeah. And then some dude out there's watching, going, "Oh yeah, that's that good stuff."
That's it. Take my money. Take my money.
The most interesting thing to me about that is all the videos before 2017 have been deleted. So there must be some stuff in there. You gotta delete it now.
Yeah, she tends to rebrand every now and again and will wipe everything that she can from her like previous content. She also makes a lot of like community tab posts and posts a lot of things and then will delete them. So that is a whole thing. Chantel tends to rage and is known to make aggressive, sweeping statements attacking anyone who criticizes her. Uh-oh. So watch out.
Wow. Good.
Instead of addressing the individual issues that the critic brings up, she will focus her energy on their race, weight, religion, sexuality, or anything else that she can find to attack. One particular thing that she is known to fixate on are whether her critics have children, and if they do, she will attack the child, the mother's parenting, and anything else she can think of. Wow. This is most likely due to her own issues with infertility, which she has been open about. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, okay.
So she's toxic AF. Wow.
It's like, you're doing this. And she's like, "Oh, yeah, well, you suck." And I was like, well, so you don't deny that you do this stuff? Okay. Easy. What I was thinking of while you're explaining all that, Mary, is that like if she's making these like rebranding and deleting all the old stuff and making posts and deleting them, that she's got to like live in her head a lot and like second guess herself.
Most of her videos and live streams were silly and, whilst gross, lighthearted in nature. She liked to sing and released many covers of songs. She was in a long-term relationship with a man who went by the name of BB, although he rarely appeared in her content, and it seemed to be more of a roommate situation than a romantic relationship. They broke up at some point and she moved in with her best friend, Pete. Now, I don't have any specific like months for any of this stuff, like this happened and then this happened, because of how much she deletes content. So it's just hard to kind of keep track of all of that. She had a sizable controversy in 2019 where she released a mukbang video wearing a neon pink wig and ate cheese. In this video, she talked candidly about the mass suicide event of the Heaven's Gate cult. She showed photos and videos from the crime scene of the dead bodies and made flippant comments about things like the price of the shoes that the deceased were wearing. All of this was mixed in between bites of cheese and moans of how good it all tasted. This video was picked up by a few news outlets and she promptly deleted it, but I don't know if she ever reflected on or apologized for its creation in the first place.
Well, I mean, I guess mission successful. People are still talking about it today. We're talking about it, so no publicity is bad publicity, right? Like they drank the Kool-Aid and she's like, "What kind of shoes they wearing?" God.
Was that the same cult? Is that the same one, Heaven's Gate, that with the Kool-Aid?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
right? I think
okay.
that is the Kool-Aid one, right? Is it? Oh, yeah, hang on. I gotta look now. What was that? Heavens. Hang on. The cult that inspired drinking the Kool-Aid refers to the 1978 Jonestown Massacre. Oh, okay. So that's not the same one.
So it is different. Okay.
They didn't have no Kool-Aid?
Yeah, I guess they can have no Kool-Aid.
I'm not gonna make those jokes. Oh yeah. Foodie in the dating apps. Oh man, what a catch right here. That's all I know. Man, look at that. Look at that.
I'm just looking at her thumbnail down there. What?
Okay, let's travel back. Okay. Chantal using the dating app in 2021, seeking random hookups. After each date, she would go live and talk about the experience.
No way.
So she'd go and like give him a rating afterwards. Like, well, you know, one of her dates was the Egyptian guy who she constantly referred to as clingy, pushy, bossy, and controlling. Although she said he wasn't her type, she found his obsessiveness an attractive trait as it made her feel desirable, and so she continued to hook up with him. Okay.
Wow.
I guess he didn't see the videos then. Or maybe
Yeah, right?
Is this the Egyptian guy right here?
That is him.
That's the Egyptian guy. All right.
Okay. All right.
She'll tell the audience about how mad he would get with her every time she said no to him. On their first date at his home, he gave her cocaine, a drug she later admitted to forming addiction to. Okay. She also described in great detail the rough, sexy times they had, which left her bruised and in pain for many days later. Wait, was he punching her?
Wow.
She eventually stopped calling him Egyptian guy, started calling him Dom. Like, what, dominatrix?
Yeah.
The Dominator.
This video compilation here shows how she was speaking about the Egyptian guy in the beginning, and it's not favorable.
Is that the Egyptian guy?
No. That's her best friend, Pete's.
Basically, I ended up tiptoeing out of there when he fell asleep. He looks like his pictures, but very skinny. Like, I'm not body shaming. Yeah, okay, that sounds like body shaming. I won't talk about how skinny. He's such a good kisser. I like skinny guys because they have, you know.
It makes our dicks look bigger.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like a whole 15, 16-minute video we're talking about this. Cool.
In front of her dude friend.
He's over there dying inside, like, what do I mean? But wait, it got worse. Oh, no. Dom introduced Chantel to more drugs, including Molly and meth. He was abusing her, stealing her money, and had made her reliant on him to fuel her new addictions. Yeah, I was kind of thinking at the beginning, like when we started talking about this, it sounds like he's like the plug, you know, he's over here like, yeah. She lost a large part of her audience and most of her few real life friends at the time, as no one wanted to sit around and watch as she destroyed her life for this new boyfriend. Anyone who wasn't 100% supportive of her would be attacked.
Oh, nice.
She eventually exposed Dom as actually being named Nader. When she showed messages on her phone during a live stream, her viewers used that info to find Nader, still actively using other dating apps, and later found his criminal record.
Oh, like she didn't know. He was the plug. Come on.
He's out there. Here's some meth and some Molly and some crack and some cocaine, you know, whatever you need. I got you.
What do you mean? Oh my gosh, he might be a bad guy.
She then spent a while switching between telling her audience how much she hated Nader and all the deplorable things he had done, and being with Nader, giving him more money and begging for him back. Wow. What ends up happening, Mary? Do they stick around together? Or?
This whole Nader and Chantel lasted for a long time. I think like 2 years, maybe even 3 years. Yeah. So Nader and Dee, Chantel was adamant that she was dating Nader. He was adamant that they were just friends. Over the course of their non-relationship, Chantel gifted Nader a TV, a phone, helped him to create a YouTube channel, paid his rent, bought him groceries, and much more. Whilst all of this was ongoing, Nader began not dating one of Chantel's viewers, a woman named Dee. Nader and Dee would live stream at the same time as Chantel, and they would all expose one another. In January of 2022, an event known as the Great CPAP Rescue occurred. Chantel and Nader were both live streaming when she revealed she had left her CPAP machine at his house. She managed to deactivate the iPad that she had bought him, which deleted his live stream, and then decided to drive over to his house to rescue her sleep apnea machine. A viewer called the police, and with help from an officer, she was able to collect her machine. The entire event was live streamed by Chantal. Nader, Dee, and Chantal had a threesome at some stage, and they have all since used that event to talk about how badly one another smells.
Oh, no.
God. This is a CPAP incident.
CPAP gate.
Oh, my.
Wow. It led to a threesome.
I can't imagine. Where they all stunk, apparently. I can't imagine,
That is just a roller coaster.
imagine living, like, being a content creator to where, like you disable his iPad that you bought for him, your drug dealer, and
Right.
so he's trying to live stream and it cuts off. He's probably mad about it. You're like, you know what? I need to go get my CPAP
right now.
machine. I better vlog this whole thing, or stream this whole thing for dude. The point that you get to as a content creator to where you feel like you need to like show everybody that. I'm sure, like, well, it's just for protection. Like the situation that you create yourself, you got to like protect yourself from it by having viewers. I don't know, dude. It's
Was she on Cops? Is that really?
Is there cops down there? I don't know. Yeah.
Not buying all new shit for him. Yeah.
So this is her driving in the car to
What's he
save her
gonna get
CPAP
you,
machine.
ex-girlfriend?
When this was all happening for her, like active viewers, this was like crazy. This was like watching a live Jerry Springer episode. Like Chantel says some nasty stuff, but she's also quick with it. Like she roasts people, and some of the stuff she says is unfortunately absolutely hilarious. And yeah, so this whole event, like the viewer being the one to call in the police because everybody knew their exact locations because she never tried to hide where she lived or anything. Like it was all really wild.
All right, so we tried to find like something where like the cops have to show up, and I guess I kind of got this where the cops are there, and
That's one of her viewers.
one of our viewers are talking about it. I guess his house is the trap house. Crazy. All right, so we're moving on to Chantal in Cuba. With Nader and them, she went and saved her CPAP machine and they never spoke to each other again? Was that it? No? We'll get to that then, I guess. Okay, so...
In April of 2022, just after her 38th birthday, Chantal went live from her hotel room in Cuba alone. She confessed to still being very much in love with and idolizing Nader, but also vehemently hating him. She was open about the many vile things that Nader and Dee Dee did and spoke in more detail about their threesomes, drug and alcohol use, and other adult activities. There was quite a bit of racism throughout this live stream also. In July of 2022, at 4 a.m, Amber Lynn Reed went into one of Nader's live streams and in the chat apologized to him for thinking he was a narcissist. Chantel, of course, heard about this and questioned why she was so sympathetic to her abuser. ALR later apologized, but their friendship was destroyed.
So the queen showed up and she's like, you know what? I'm sorry. It wasn't you.
She's like, yo, you single now? What's up?
Yeah, you guys are all talking about this. I got to get in here. All right. So international superstar. In 2022, Chantel met a Syrian man named Shala on a dating app. That worked out pretty good last time. He was living in Kuwait and immediately told Chantel how much he loved and wanted to marry her. Yeah. Wow. Immediately like that, huh?
All right.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Not suspicious at all. Chantel began selling her belongings and began wearing a hijab. Once she told everyone she was ready to leave her life and sin behind to become a godly woman. She's a woman of God now.
Wow.
To the absolute disbelief of her remaining audience, she got on a plane and flew to Kuwait to be with her prince. They had their first in-person date on November of 2022, which they filmed. Of course they did. They were both wearing wedding rings on their first date. Wow.
Oh.
Wow. First date. The exact day they married is unconfirmed, but we know it was in days of her arrival. At some point in time, she returned to Canada alone, gave away her pet cats, kicked her best friend Pete's out of the house. She get in the lease. Pete's.
Wow. Seriously, just kicked him to the curb.
Just kicked Pete's out like that.
Get out.
So she get in the lease.
Then she returned to Kuwait. Salah and Chantel took a vacation to Thailand together that focused on food and eating in her hotel room. Chantel's new godly era came with a sickly sweet voice and a vow to live a healthier lifestyle for her prince. Salah took Chantel out on adventures in Kuwait, which they vlogged together in their new joint family channel. Her focus is on presenting herself as a successful food travel vlogger. Oh, so this is like one of her rebrands here.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right.
Oh, God.
The return to mukbangs. Let's go.
The return to mukbangs. All right. Read this.
The return to mukbangs. Unfortunately, old habits crept back in. Soon, Chantel was again staying up all night live streaming and eating mountains of fast food. Salah was a rare sight to be seen. Chantel would often say he was sleeping or out while she sat and ate alone. She had zero support systems in place, could not speak the language, and relied solely on her husband. She mentioned being locked into the apartment with no way to leave. The rages also returned. Chantel would rant both on live stream and in her community tab posts, lashing out at anyone and everyone who questioned the nature of her relationship, religious values, or her health. It was speculated that things weren't going well.
Yeah. Huh. Surely, there's going to be a big life change coming up here. Oh, back to Canada. Here we go.
Here we go.
Yep. She returned to Canada after revealing she had diabetes. She claimed she needed proper medical care that she was not able to receive in Kuwait. There was a very dull and tearless goodbye between her and Salah. The love didn't last. And then she got diabetes. Chantel told her audience she would not be falling off the bandwagon and that there was no chance she would return to fast food, drugs, or alcohol. She wanted weight loss surgery and was going to get it no matter what. Which unfortunately didn't last.
Oh, no.
Time for Kaibella. Kaibella was a loyal viewer of Chantel who, right before New Year's Eve of 2023, decided to take to Twitter and expose her own relationship with Salah.
Oh, snap!
She said the relationship began when she first followed Salah on Instagram, after which he messaged her and then wanted to continue to chat through a different account. She had claimed it was all just to troll Chantel and prove that her relationship and marriage are a fraud, but when the rest of the community pointed out the great lengths that Kaibella went to, such as sending explicit images of herself to Salah, she deleted all of her accounts.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow. Yeah. This was all it's all a prank, bro. It's a prank.
This is her response. This is a video.
Not Chantal calling me a whore when her husband was trying to convince me to go take out a loan so I can go and be with him for the next 2 weeks while she was in Canada. But okay. I'm the whore for your husband's actions. I mean, if it wasn't me, it was going to be somebody else, Chantal.
If it wasn't me, it was going to be somebody else.
Did she go?
Wow. I did all these things, but yeah, sure, blame me. It's your husband's fault.
Right.
There were a lot more screenshots that I have not included, either because they were lost when Kaibella deleted her accounts or because they were extremely explicit. The main points to take from all of this that was released is that Salah is very much interested in defecation, made many threats of sexual assault, seemed obsessed with mentioning that Kaibella was white and Christian, and made fun of Chantel numerous times, calling her fat and ugly. He also pressured Kaibella to send him money, which is a common practice in romance scamming. It would be fair to assume that this would be the end of Chantel and Salah, but you would be mistaken. After one now deleted video from Chantel expressing her anguish over the situation, Salah apologized, and she is now back in Kuwait. They're making videos together, although Salah is usually silent and holding the camera, and they say that their relationship is stronger than ever.
Oh, wow.
Why is this so dumb? Why is this so dumb?
I didn't know that the Gorl world was its own actual planet that I'm not from.
I don't know where these people are from.
I don't think this is.
Dude's out here pooping on people.
Wow.
Scamming.
He's even pooping on her fans. You know what I'm saying? He's pooping on multiple.
Pooping on her self-respect. Just, wow. And of course they're back together. Why wouldn't they be,
Yeah, might as well. True love, man.
True love. Yeah, they're married. That's it.
Wow.
I don't feel like I had a lot to say in this one. Yeah, could take another page.
Take much more.
It's just like we went through this pretty fast, but it's because I don't know what to. It's just also. It's all just
dramatic
so dumb. Like I feel
crazy?
like if I had to give advice, I'd just have to explain how to be like a functioning person, from the ground up. What do you think about that, Mary?
Yeah, so I am not a regular viewer of Chantal myself. I found her pretty difficult to watch.
Why would you be?
But like I said earlier, she really pulls out some zingers, and I am eagerly, very nervously anticipating what she's going to have to say about it.
She can say whatever she wants to say. I mean, good God. There's the trash can in the corner starts talking, he's like, hey, you suck. Okay, yeah, whatever. Yeah. Sorry.
Wow.
Nice. Well, next time we're going to do Nick Avocado, the classic boy in
favorite
the
guy.
girl world. Yeah. So, hey, if today's your birthday, happy birthday. Leave a comment, leave a like, do all that cool stuff. See you guys next time. Stay toasty, my friends. Love you. Bye. Why is this so dumb?